What are the rules? No one told me there would be rules.
There are rules, like for series, like don't write more than a pilot, like, you know, and then you like want to make a sizzle and sell your stuff, and you know.
You've written like 6 episodes and 8 episodes.
I have written 3 series. I have written 8-episode season of Tech Buddies, an 8-episode season of Bright Blue, the cartoon, and now I'm writing a season of Try Again. I'm on episode 5, and you know, the reason I do that is not that like, you know, I don't know anything about anything and I just whatever. It's me going, okay, I'm either gonna get a deal with some streaming service or whatever, and I'm gonna keep myself attached as what I want to do in my project, which is act in it, or I'm going to figure out how much it would cost me to shoot this well enough to get it distributed somewhere, even if it's just on YouTube and to take off. I want to know how much that will cost me, and then I go out and try to find that funding to shoot it myself and hopefully get it distributed well. And that's why like what I write is written in a way that like it could be done on the cheap side, or it could be, you know, you want to blow it up. But like this whole idea where, you know, it's like, oh, you're going to need $1 million, $1.5 million per episode. I'm like, okay, what I wrote does not need that much money. Like you could need that much money if you had, you know, you had celebrities in every role. You had like, you're using every union.
Wait, you don't have to, because you were telling me you didn't want to use, what was it, the Teamster union,
it's not that I don't want to use.
Inflates cost.
I want to be able to afford to make it. Like if I had the money, I would obviously want to use every union and whatnot. That's not the issue. The issue is like, how can I get this made and still have what I made it for, which was to boost my career and the careers of other people that I know.
Sure.
You know, me going out and trying to raise $2 million an episode to have some big studio do it, and then me just like be like a 2% EP. Like that's not my goal in life. Like that's not why I do this. So, I mean, there's the other school of thought of like, well, if you can sell something, then you got your name on that, then you could maybe get something else done. So maybe think about it that way. So these things go through my head. But if the deal is like, you, Mary, go out and raise $8 million and we'll make this, but you won't be in it. I'm like, no, that sounds like me doing all the hard, unwanted, unfun work to get, I'll get some money out of it, but my soul will not be filled and I'll feel like a sellout. So no. But if I can get it line produced and be like, I could shoot this 8 episodes, like I'm shooting a movie and shoot it all at once, not shoot it episode per episode, and then like get it distributed or try to get it distributed on a streamer. And if they are like, no, then distribute it myself on YouTube. Like, what's that show?
That was on YouTube?
Yeah, the Chosen. My mom always tells me about The Chosen because she loves The Chosen.
My parents tell me about The Chosen too. Someone from The Chosen read for my DJ pilot last year.
Oh, I did. I went to Seoul Web Fest with one of the guys in The Chosen. I don't know. I don't watch the show, so I don't know.
The Life of Jesus. You didn't want to see the.
I don't. It's not.
Oh, that's what it's about.
It's a religious. Well, so they have a built-in audience. Mm-hmm. So they also have a built-in like raise money base. But like, you know, for me, like my shows are not. God wants you to
give us this money to make our TV show. Oh boy, if only we could do more of that. Can I point out a difference between a naive person and you?
Sure. Wow, are you saying I'm not naive?
Yeah. No, I'm sure you're naive in many ways. Don't worry. But you kept making episodes after the first one, and that's why, like, to us, web series, TV show, all I want is good content, and I don't want to call it content, but here we are.
I hate that word. I hate it. I cringe every time somebody says
what
content.
What word would you use?
Film. Television, animation, but not content.
So here's where I'm saying web. The reason the web series is something that, like, because you can distribute on the web, which was not possible before
2007.
2007 was the first.
I think the first web series was 2007. I think it was.
YouTube's 2005.
Yeah, I think it was The Guild about the D&D.
Oh, right, yeah.
The lady from
Felicia Day or something, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you know her?
I don't know her. No.
I thought all actors knew each other.
I know a lot of actors, but I don't know.
Is she New York? No, she's West Coast. Sorry, Kirk.
No worries.
The world is small, but it's not that small.
Okay.
Is there a reason for only 8 episodes? Is that like the magic number for web series?
No. I mean, this is 8 episodes of a half hour. not a web series. The web series, I had 10 episodes.
Tech Betties?
So Tech Betties was originally created by me and another actress, Amanda Van Nostrand, and we wrote it as a web series. We wrote a 64-page, one season thing, and we shot like a little trailer for that, and that got in some festivals. And we had started writing that in 2014 after I came back from South by Southwest. I've told you that story.
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. So in 2014, I was writing a show called Lines and Asides, and
Is it about actors?
it was about actors. It's the precursor to Try Again.
Okay.
And I went to South by Southwest. I had submitted the pilot I had shot of Lines and Asides, and it didn't get in, but I decided to go anyway. And I
you're
went
cool like that.
as I'm cool like that. And
Confident. You're confident. I appreciate
I
that
went,
about you.
and I wasn't. Well, my sister lives there, and I like Austin. I'll go anyway. But I was like, oh, might as well check it out. So I went, and the premiere of Silicon Valley.
Oh yeah,
On HBO.
you have told me. I've told you this story because I was like, someone like screwed with the Mike Judge. And you're like, sorry.
Oh, that was me. Yeah. So, do you want to hear that story?
Tell Kirk the story. He doesn't
Okay,
know it.
so I went to see the premiere of Silicon Valley at HBO, and there was a talk back afterward with Mike Judge and all of the actors, and like one of the producers, and they were like, you know, you can Q&A. So I got up and I'm like, hi, I'm Mary McGloin, and I'm an actress and a QA engineer, and I used to work in Silicon Valley, and I thought it was hilarious. And I have a question for you, and I don't mean it to be challenging, but do you have any plans to have any female characters who are engineers? Because we exist. And like, I was asking as an actor, thinking, and when you write her, can I please audition? But the audience was like, yeah, where are the women? And they went crazy. Like, and the actors started getting like, Mike Judge started stuttering, and the actors were like, "Oh, we're nerds. We don't know how to talk to girls."
Oh.
And then Mike Judge was like, "Yes, my ex-wife was an engineer, and I was an engineer, so I know there are female engineers. I just haven't written that yet." And so I go home, and I'm telling this to somebody at my tech startup job, and she's like, "Wait a minute, I just read about that in IndieWire. Is this you?" And there's an article that's like, sure enough, it's like, this woman got up and asked this question and caused a ruckus, or I don't remember what it said exactly, but I was like, oh my God, yeah, that's me. That's exactly me.
Yeah, that's cool.
And then I told Amanda, so Amanda was the bartender at my neighborhood bar, and I would go in there when I had writer's block for Lines and Asides. And I was in there, and she's like, I told her this story, and she's like, why don't you write about your day job at the tech startup, and I'll help you because I used to work at a startup as an office manager. So thus, at a bar in Brooklyn, Tech Betties was born.
Nice.
So we started writing that, and then in 2016, after we'd made that little trailer, like she was like, I don't want to do this anymore, but I don't want to stop you from doing it. So she stepped away from the project to do other things, and then I ran with it, and I ended up getting, oh, this is funny. So I worked at a tech startup that ended up getting sold. So I had some stock that got sold. It didn't give me a lot of money. It gave me like $20,000, which is a lot of money for me.
Whoa,
Yeah, that's
you
a lot
have
of
to say
money.
the number, but yeah, that is a lot of money. It's not enough to kill someone over. That's
No,
what I've
but it's
determined with my life.
it's not money that's going to like change my life so much. I was like, oh, I could use this to pay down student loan debt, which is this black hole that never goes down ever, no matter how much I throw at it. And like one of my friends was like, why don't you shoot your web series?
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, well, I said, I don't think I could shoot the whole thing, but I could shoot like 3 episodes. And so I took the first 3 episodes, and I hired a director, I hired a all-female crew, I hired, actors, and I had a 3-day shoot, and we shot it. Unfortunately, we didn't get everything I intended to get. So like I made 3 episodes out of the 2.5 that we kind of shot. There's story missing because we missed pages, but those are the webisodes that went around the world to festivals, and that's how like Trial by Fire I've learned a lot of things. But like it's funny because I spent the money from my tech startup to make that.
Mel House of Hot Angry Mom, that's the name of it.
I love her. I met her here.
I know. I love the energy of you East Coast people who are like, I love her. I love that she's fierce. Because Mel was saying that about a woman who bought me a drink at the bar last night after she was also very, I am here and I am being heard. And then she cut me in line, so she bought me a drink.
Who was it? Was it Wendy?
No. Wait, is Wendy? Who's Wendy?
Wendy's the lady who like she does.
I hope she's listening to this.
She gets grants to come here.
Oh yeah, no.
She got the grant.
Wendy's very lovely. She's also staying at the Hostel du Nord.
Oh really?
She came out this morning and was like, "Hey, I thought you were here because I saw your one wheel."
Oh, that's hilarious. But who was the lady that, was it Chrissy?
Are you gonna keep guessing?
I am going to keep guessing.
It was Nicole Weber.
I love her.
Yeah, I love
She's
her.
awesome.
I wasn't telling the story to denigrate her. I was just saying it was
I
funny
know,
because
but yeah.
I'm not
Well,
positive.
she's one of the actors I cast in both of my readings here, and
Lily
I
Gardner
think
cast her
she's
too.
awesome, and Lily, I love Lily too.
Yes,
I just love everybody.
That's good.
Pretty much.
I couldn't express that about somebody like my own wife. I couldn't be. Oh my God, I love her, and let me just tell you how great she is.
Well, why can't you do that? You should do that about
Because
your
when
wife.
people do that, I don't believe them. And I don't like getting gassed up by people. Like I've heard somebody, and I'm not gonna say who, so don't ask. And I'm still going back to the Mel thing I was trying to tell you. I almost said the name. Was like, oh, he's so amazing, and I just saw his new one for the first time, and I'd seen this one before of one of mine, and I'm purposely being vague so you can't figure out who it is, and I'm not insulting this person. It's just like when I hear, oh, he's amazing, I'm like, what is wrong with you? Amazing would be if I flew in the air, farted 3 times, came back, slam dunked, and then that would be amazing.
That's a certain kind of amazing, but
there's gradients.
There's gradients of amazing.
And great, like my wife is great, but I as a man from the Midwest,
Let me give you some advice here.
Okay. On marriage?
Yes, on marriage from an unmarried woman. From a never married, unmarried woman. Is it so hard to it's only going to make her feel good, right? And
when you talk to my wife later, please.
It's going to make your relationship stronger and better.
Yes, we say positive things to each other, but not like that. There's lots of intention and things that I can point to.
Would it be like if you did say that? Would she be like, "What do you want?"
Should we take it back by it or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, like whenever I see a man with flowers, I'm like, "How'd you screw up?" So.
Wow.
That's terrible.
It's a fight, but it made you laugh. So
because
it tells us
it's a good thing.
It's a story joke. It's a joke, because
what kind of flowers are they? That's also important.
Oh, what kind of? Wait, explain this to me like I'm an idiot.
Well, I mean, red roses are like the love flowers, right? And then you have
boning.
White flowers would be more like I don't know.
Up.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And maybe like a sunflower would be like, I just want to make you feel happy.
Oh, that is not what I thought.
Peace. Well, what did you think?
I thought I'm coming out of the closet, or like the beginning of the movie Transparent.
Oh.
I don't know. I said movie, a TV show.
Sunflowers are my favorite flower, but
lovely.
If I was gonna get flowers from a guy, I'd want it. Well, it depends on the guy.
Would you want a guy that you were interested in was interested in you to give you a sunflower? Sorry, you were gonna tell us, but I'm just really curious about the sunflower thing.
I mean, no, I think if somebody's ever done something like thoughtfully thought of me and gives me something that they thought to give me because they wanted to. It doesn't matter what it is. It's that they cared enough to think. I actually would prefer like somebody to make me a card or like write a poem or a song than like buy me some expensive thing that what am I gonna do with? It doesn't mean as much as like I went out and found this specific thing that I wanted to give you specifically, or I wrote this, or I made this, and I wanted to give it to you, has more meaning to me than any...
I think that's common. Like, oh, it means that you were thinking of me.
Yeah.
And when we meet the people who want the expensive things, usually they're broken.
Yeah, well, no, I don't really get it, because I guess but I also grew up, like, we were never poor. We were not poor. We were middle class. We were solidly middle class, maybe even upper middle class, I don't know. But my
parents both had college degrees. My parents both had college degrees. Kirk and I are brothers, but my adopted parents both had college degrees.
Okay. So
this is MBwTFB with the Farx Brothers.
Got you. Well, my parents, though, my dad was very frugal. Let's say that, frugal. So I grew up hearing, we can't afford that, we can't afford that, we can't afford that, we can't afford that. So I thought we were poor.
Yeah.
I thought we were poor growing up. So
you were told no in a specific way a lot.
Yeah, and so I'm very, very conscious of like, I almost get uncomfortable if somebody spends a really big amount of money on me. I'm like, it's just like kind of I don't know. It's not what I value as much. An experience that's expensive, I would also very much appreciate, but it's also like, I don't want somebody to put themselves in a bad position to do something nice for me.
That would make you uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Never donate if it would cause you any financial stress, is
Right.
what they say on NPR or something
Yeah.
like that. I try to say to my children things about wastefulness.
Yeah.
And not so instead of, because I don't want them to worry about money.
Yeah.
Because I remember a Lizzie McGuire episode, I'm just trying to bring Lizzie McGuire back, where she tries to talk to her mom about adult issues so that her mom has someone to talk to. And then it's like comes down to finances. Hey, how are we doing? We're in the Hostel du Nord. We're recording a podcast called MBwTFB with the Farx Brothers. I don't think the mic will pick you up that well, but I'm just letting you know. So you're. Can I tell you the Mel House thing?
Yes.
So.
Oh, that took a long time. We're
Wait,
back there.
Yeah, don't you want to finish
All
the
right.
Lizzie McGuire thing first?
Oh no, just she learns that she can't talk about adult issues with her mom because. So like, I don't want my kids to worry about money, and they shouldn't. Both of their parents have college degrees, which I think is the dividing line of the American economy to some degree. And your earning potential, and I don't think that's necessarily correct. And AI could change that. We'll see.
Yeah.
You know. Because some kid might be able to train himself to be.
Well, in tech, it doesn't really always line up. Like I know plenty of people in tech who never went to college.
Yeah, because
do
they're
very well because they know how to code or whatever. But
and start a business coding.
Yeah.
It's not just learning a skill; it's applying it for.
Yeah.
So the Lizzie McGuire thing was just I don't want my kids to worry, but I also want them to be not frugal. But my wife is frugal too. We're both kind of frugal because our parents were frugal. Like everything you just described is, I think that's a very common experience for Gen X millennial people.
Did their parents tell them they're poor?
No, their parents said we're not going to.
Or we can't afford that. We can't
Yeah,
afford
no,
that.
no,
We
that's
can't
too
afford that.
expensive. Too expensive
Yeah.
is another version of that I think a lot of people have heard.
No, but what happened was the summer between my junior and senior year of high school, I got into the summer junior program at UC Santa Barbara,
Right.
which my sister had gone to the year before. And I turned it down because I was convinced that we were poor and that we couldn't afford it. And my parents are like, "What are you talking about? We afforded your sister to go." I know, and I said, "But you always tell me everything. We can't afford this. We can't afford that." And they were like, "No, it's all because of this boy you like, and you didn't want to leave the boy." And I'm like, "Okay, the boy might have had something to do with it."
Who's this boy? Did he get you any flowers? What a dick.
He didn't know. He's this good guy.
He's a sweet person.
But he was my on again, off again high school boyfriend. And
On and off of what? Come
What does
on.
that
on
mean?
and off of dating.
Yeah, I got it.
And after high school too, after college, we got back together briefly, and then I don't
boy.
know what happened. I think I was traumatized. I tend to push people away somehow, and then.
We've been friends with you for oh, you mean romantically? You said
Oh
romantically.
yeah. Not friend. Romantically is a little different. I don't know. Something I get you're too close to me. Ah! And I mean, I think I've outgrown this now in life. Maybe I don't know.
One of the things I was surprised by was how much my wife, when we were first dating, wanted to be around me. And actually, now that I think about it, girlfriends before that were like, "I want to be around you."
You thought it was weird they wanted to be around
Yeah,
you?
what does that mean?
That they were willing to come to my house or where I lived. I
Yeah,
live
but
in a
you're
house.
dating, aren't you?
No, I know.
Shouldn't that be
But I lived in the
assumed?
city for a reason because I didn't want to live in a suburb. I hate suburbs.
I hate suburbs.
Yeah, I think it's normal to hate suburbs. Yeah, but you're
I grew up in a
coastal
suburb.
elite, so.
Stop calling me a coastal elite.
No, because I enjoy saying that Mary, my film festival coastal elite liberal friend.
Okay. I see.
It's just because most people don't have that relationship
They don't
in their
have
life.
the film festival coastal elite liberal friend.
But we have that relationship
We
with a lot of
do.
people because
Yeah.
you know people from around the country that we then see here or in
Yeah.
other parts of the country, and it's like, oh, that's great. And gosh, I wish the meritorious system of bringing people up worked so that the people you knew were getting hey, you can make a $300,000 pilot, but that might not go anywhere. you know?
Well, that's the thing. I would like to get in a position. I would like to get something made that I want to get made and build my name, and then I want to pull as many people that I know who have There's so many talented
That's why
people
you'll
that have
never
so
make it.
much good work out there.
Because you have to be cutthroat and say it's just me.
No, but I just don't get why. I mean, people like to work with people they know, like, and trust, right? Which makes sense. But you have to also think about how do we broaden the opportunity, open the gate from the gatekeeper side. I mean, you do need a filter. You do need to have standards of quality for things to happen. But you need to also open the door for people.
Well, yeah.
And allow them to knock on the door and not and it's interesting because I haven't had a lot of this experience, but like any time that I've cast, I've had a few, people who are a little scary, to be honest. Like just
Men or women?
both.
Oh,
and
wow.
I find it's not, I shouldn't say scary in that it's obviously, it's hurt people, right? Hurt people.
Hurt people?
As in, actors take a lot of abuse.
Yeah. We talked about the inefficiency of the process.
Any artists take a lot of abuse. So like people who are hurting may act out or act in certain ways at certain times because of their hurt.
Yeah.
So they're not behaving on their best behavior necessarily, but it's like you have to get that in check. Like the things they don't teach you about being an artist and you gotta learn is like, how do I regulate my inner state, right? Because I can't come professionally to the table and carry my bag of shit with me. Like everyone has their bucket of shit, right?
Yeah.
You carry your bucket of shit. A friend of mine told me this example. I'm like, that is perfect. I'm using that. Everyone has their bucket of shit. And your job is to not spill your shit on other people. You carry your bucket of shit yourself or find ways to get rid of your bucket of shit in other ways. Like, but don't spill it on other people. But I've noticed like, there are days when I'm like, I'm not feeling well and I'm in a bad mood and I'm like, I should not talk to anyone because I may say something I don't mean to say because I'm in a bad mood. And
self-care, right? Is that what that is?
Yeah. And everyone should practice self-care. And it shouldn't be considered selfish to take care of oneself, right?
Right. Sorry, you guys all said right. And don't care.
We did.
Yeah, I could see that. I guess the thing, there's like JUCO college that gets some athletes up to the collegiate level and then from there the professional level. And that's something that people are familiar with. They're familiar with going to the intermediate, I think. But we who make filmed content, that's what I'm going to call it. Sorry, I wasn't trying to specifically say content. If you tell me a word not to say, and then
that's the only
pink
word you can think of.
Pink elephant,
Right, right.
Yeah, that we don't have a system for people in the middle wanting to see like, I guess regional theater would be the closest thing. How are we doing on time, by the way? My phone's over there.
We're like,
Floor 19.
Oh, okay, we're good. So we're all going to smoke a fat doobie?
Stay tuned on Friday as movie baiters with the Farx Brothers conclude their interview with Mary.